Wait a minute. It's a fade in. Now turn it over.
Here we have the gas side. I don't know if you can see it.
Step in a little bit. This way. Fade.
¿Quién es? ¡Ya voy! ¡Un momento! Siempre se le antoja a la gente venir cuando le piso a trabajar. ¡Ya voy! ¡Un momento! Le dije. No mira nadie. Esto es tan ridículo. What is it you want?
We've come for the furniture. Not the rug, dummies! Get the couches and the tables and them two occasional chairs over there, girls. Step it up, it's almost quitting time. Why? Listen, sister, my company ain't in the business for its help. We sell household compliances, and we expect to get the old Mountain Zoo in return for it. You know, boodle. Boodle? What do you say, boodle? Filthy lucre then, how does that strike you? All I know, there's 150 smackers due on this stuff, and it's been due for some time. Smackers? You mean kisses? Kisses? Forget it! Come on, girls, get this couch right here. Let's kick it off. No! What is my picture? Miss Connie! Oh, get off that. Watch where you're going. I know where I go, but you know where I go. Mr. Larry! Wait a minute!
Hey! What gives?
Oh, Mr. Nick. What? Every time I turn around, someone's trying to knock me. Again, you look where I don't go. Mr. Nick.
What's wrong, Queenie? What's going on here?
You such a sore sight for my eyes. Wait.
What are these two penguins doing on the couch?
They're taking away.
Yeah?
Yeah! No money, no furniture. Get it?
But Rex will pay you. I mean, we'll get it worked out.
That's not what I was told by my boss, brother.
I don't care what your boss brother says. This furniture stays here.
See, she stayed.
Where's Larry?
In his bedroom. I yelled, but I'm not there to leave.
Relax. Keep your coveralls on, sisters. We'll think of something.
Nothing but a payment of do-re me'll keep that furniture here. You got it? It's okay, girls. It's okay. Relax. Let's wait here and see what Pam digs up.
Okay, pickle puss Polly. I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness! Why didn't someone tell me we were all wearing formals? Miss Billy, she's saying, no dinero, no muebles. No money? No furniture? Oh. Connie! Miss Billy, no me deja aquí sola con esta mujer loca. Pero no importa, aunque me tenga que pagar hasta la última gota de mi sangre.
Listen, Mama, you like it. Now.
You sure can't stir up more trouble than an analyzed bomb. I should spend these virtual DDT.
And then it's not happening to remember.
Who's that termite? You need to why do you have to pay
about the furniture.
Cow.
Who's that?
And she said, no money, no furniture. I mean, no factors, no flavors.
What's this all about?
She's already told you what all this is all about. No money, no furniture. That's my company's motto.
But can't you understand that I have an inheritance coming up just as soon as I...
We know all about that. You have to make some sort of scientific discovery before you can get your meat hooked in your dad's fortune.
I know the idea of a scientific discovery sounds insurmountable. But Dad didn't specify. In order for me to claim my inheritance, I must contribute to the field of scientific research, and I intend doing it.
Listen here, Mr. McNeil. My company and you have gone ring around the rosy about this a dozen times. Now, we sell household appliances. We give terms. And if that terms ain't met, we take them away. The appliances, I mean.
But I'll have all kinds of money in a very short while.
When?
Well, I can't say any specific.
What you call a little while and what I call a little while are two horses of different colors. Take it away, girls!
Watch out! Oh, there he is! Look out! Oh, there he goes! Come on, you guys, help me catch this mouse! Said that to scare them. There wasn't a real mouse, Queenie.
You sure?
Yeah.
What in the world is going on here? Billy's been babbling wildly about somebody taking the furniture.
Larry, those women. They were going to take the furniture, weren't they?
Well, that furniture company is worried because my inheritance hasn't come in yet. And they want their money now. When I get...
You don't know a thing about science.
I know that. But I'll come across someone who does know about science. I think I have now, as a matter of fact.
Have you really?
Boy, oh boy, did that act of mine really move those furniture movers. And there wasn't even a real mouse. What a great gag.
I got a head for you, Rex. You really had your wits about you that time.
What do you mean? I always have my wits about me.
Holy cat! There was a real mouse!
What did you mean a moment ago, Larry, about someone who knows about science?
Yes, tell us, is there really a possibility that we might get the inheritance?
Well, you remember Rex and I telling you that we had a surprise in store for you when we returned from our trip last week?
Well, sure, but what could you find way up in the Canadian woods?
Oh, he's just kidding us. We know him. They admitted they were over 100 miles away from civilization.
You'd be surprised at what and who we found.
Who?
Well, that's that. I guess I took that little mousey down a peg. Woo! His little feeties, they were like icicles. It reminded me of your feet when we were in that hunting cabin up in Canada, only your feet were bigger.
Speaking of our trip, I thought it would be best if we told the girls what our surprise is.
Perhaps, if he came here right out of the blue.
He? You mean you found a guy you want up there?
Well, tell us about him.
Yes, do. We're dying to hear.
One night, about dark, we came onto sort of a cabin in no man's land, about 100 miles from the nearest town. Wasn't it, Rex?
Larry, brother, it was 1,000 miles we walked that day if we toddled it in.
We'd walked over 2 days. Anyway, in this cabin was a young fellow.
Really? Was he good looking?
Good looking.
He was a regulation from it, and he told us uncle had just died.
Oh, that's too bad. Was he left all alone?
Alone? That guy was so alone, he didn't even cast a shadow.
It turns out that his uncle was a brilliant scientist who then disappointed and left. We figured that out for ourselves, as this young guy was pretty innocent.
Yeah, that was our deduction of the situation.
The boy's parents had died when he was just a lad, and before he could remember, his uncle hauled him off to that lonely cabin. And he's been there ever since.
Wow, how adventurous.
This uncle seems to have been a confirmed woman hater.
We're sure we're right on that account because we couldn't even find a single woman picture in the whole cabin.
My goodness, how odd.
Odd. It was downright depressing.
Well then, what did they use for pinups?
Pictures of bearded scientists.
The uncle made the only trips to civilization, and the boy never went further than the river, about 2 miles below.
I'll bet he had a girlfriend at the trading post, didn't he?
We know this is hard to believe, but not only has the boy never seen a woman, he hasn't the faintest idea of what they're like. He thinks they're some sort of pet that men have.
Oh, not
It's a truth, so don't think
The uncle taught the boy all about science, and believe it or not, that's all the boy knows.
So we decided to invite him down river to see how the rest of the world lives.
He's coming here? Oh, how wonderful. Well, when is he coming, Larry?
Tonight, I arranged for a plane to drop him at the airport, and I have a taxi awaiting him there. Rex and I will meet him at the door so that we can make him presentable before we introduce him.
Come on, Connie, we gotta go get ready. Oh,
Now, you girls, fix some lunch, and Rex and I will see if we can round up some clothes.
clothes? Doesn't he have any?
He wears bearskin.
Bearskin.
Bearskin!
He said he had some dress-up clothes, but we never saw them. His uncle ordered them from a mail-order catalog, so it isn't hard to imagine what they'll be like.
Well, you can call us when he's presentable. Come on, Billy. We better hurry and get ready. Never seen a woman, huh? I wonder what he thinks Connie and I are.
I can't wait to see the look on that geezer's face the first time he sees a woman.
By the way, what the heck did he say his name was?
That guy's name's about as much like he is as I am like a jackass.
But it must fit him like a glove.
Yeah. You've forgotten your Shakespeare.
That's right, it wasn't Shakespeare's name.
Does the word Montague bring anything to that boy you call mine?
Montague. Montague. Oh my gosh, Romeo Montague? What a name for a hermit.
Our little Backwoods Romeo. Woo! I can't wait to introduce him to the girls.
They won't believe that name.
Who would? Even we had to be convinced by his hunting and fishing license.
Yeah, I hope he brings them along for identification.
If he doesn't, we'll never be able to prove we weren't pulling a colossal gang.
Vaya, que tengo que terminar de limpiar. Oh, here, let me help you with that, Lorena. It is how you say pesado, heavy. See, heavy. Thank you, señorita. Lorena, we're expecting some company any minute now, so you better go open up that front door. Oh, no. They termites? Termites? You know, the furniture movers. Oh, it's okay. We saw them leave, and they won't be back till tomorrow at least. Promise. Okay, bueno. Perhaps our Dan Larry can pick up another good one. Oh, this is so hilarious. Thank you, Lorena. Oh, good for you, Billy. You're getting things straightened up around here. Oh, it was no problem, Lorena, and I managed. Say, Connie, what do you think this hermit is going to be like anyway? Oh, probably like a hermit. Any hermit, that is. Well, do you think maybe he'll be good looking? Good heavens, no. They said he dresses in bearskin. Bearskin? Bearskin. And he probably has a long beard. Oh, I hope not they tickle. Well, who ever heard of a hermit without a beard? Suppose you know. Oh, I hope Larry can do something so we don't have to lose all of this. Do you think maybe this hermit really does have brains? Well, let's hope so. He probably hasn't got anything else. It is going to be so exciting meeting him, I mean.
Oh, no doubt. But we're going to have to be really careful, Billy.
About the hermit?
Yes, we're going to have to be poker-faced. If we should laugh when we're introduced to him, it would be embarrassing to all of us.
I suppose you're right.
Yo no puedo creer que ustedes se van a sentar ahí y no contestar ese tipo. Son las mujeres más halagadas del mundo. Señorada, abre la puerta.
Montague!
You know what I meant by that? Connie, I'll bet it's that hermit.
I wonder, what does he look like, Lorena?
It's not the hermit.
Well, if it isn't, I wonder who it could be. Well, Lorena, answer to the door.
Are you going to stay?
No, you can take care of him whoever he
Oh,
is.
I always have to take care of the characters in this dump.
Mr. Montague. Miss Billy. Miss Billy. Mr.
How do you do? How are you? I've never met you before, have I?
No, I cannot recall our having met before.
Well, that being the case, welcome to the McNeil household.
Thank you.
I'm Billy McNeil.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, Billy.
Thank you. And what was your name?
I am Romeo.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry for not explaining. Romeo is my cognomen.
What?
My appellation? In short, my name is Romeo.
Too short if you ask me. Would you mind saying that one more time? What was your name?
I stated quite positively that my name is Romeo.
That's what I thought you said. Please, would you have a seat and make yourself comfortable?
Thank you.
Good heavens, it's not alive and it won't speak. Come on, just sit down and be comfortable. It's really okay. You're new around here, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Do you plan to live here?
Oh, no, not at all. I am here in response to an invitation. Lawrence McNeil resides here, does he not?
Yes, he does. Are you a friend of Larry's?
Oh, most assuredly. But please don't bother him if he's busy.
Oh, he won't mind being interrupted. He and Rex Symes are getting ready for some queer, outlandish duck they have coming.
Doc?
Oh, he's a goofy geezer from the middle of nowhere.
Goofy geezer.
Oh, come on, don't let it bother you. He's only a backwoods bromide.
Backwoods bromide.
Yes. You see, Rex and Larry went way out in the hinterlands of Canada and found in a cabin a hermit.
I see. A hermit.
They say that he's young, he has a long beard, and dresses in bear skin.
Fair skin.
Bear skin.
Oh, please do discuss him. I somehow feel a kinship. You say he has a beard?
Oh, the voice didn't exactly describe him that way, but of course he does. You know what a hermit looks like, don't
Well,
you?
no, I know very little about them.
You don't know what a hermit is?
Actually, I've never even met one.
Well, where have you been all your life?
Well, if you'll
Never mind. You're much more fascinating when I don't know anything about you.
Fascinating? Do you mean to infer that I fascinate you?
But of course, any strange, handsome man fascinates me.
I've never met anyone like you before.
Wow, what a line! But I like it.
My line, did you say?
Oh, come on, I know you're just stringing me on.
Stringing. I do not believe I understand your meaning. I am conversant with the culinary art of stringing beans, but how does one go about the process of stringing a human being?
You mean to tell me you don't honestly know?
I'm afraid I do not.
Oh, brother. Well, perhaps you've heard of pulling the wool over one's eyes.
Pulling the wool. Well, I've heard of wool being taken from sheep. No.
Billy? Billy? Yes? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you had company.
Connie, meet Larry's friend. He says his name is Romeo.
Oh, well, how do you do?
This is my sister, Connie McNeil.
How do you do, Mr. McNeil?
Billy, have you called Larry yet?
No. Mr. Romeo and I have been having the most fascinating conversation, but I'll get him now.
Please do. I need your help getting ready for the boys' backwoods yokel friend.
Backwoods yokel.
Larry!
Woody!
You have company!
Okay.
Well, it was very nice to have met you, Mr.
Montague. Romeo Montague.
Well, I hope you'll excuse us, Mr. Montague. Come on, Billy. We have to hurry.
Certainly.
Larry will be right back.
I hope you'll excuse my seeming morbid curiosity, but you have an odd voice.
Oh, I do I?
Well, yes, both of you have.
Well, what's wrong with our voices?
Well, I presume that they are all right. In fact, I like them. They're rather soothing to the auditory senses.
Come on, Billy.
See you later.
Dad, come on.
I'm coming.
They're the oddest men I've ever seen. It's evident they lack manliness, but I rather like them.
Romeo? Well, I'll be doggone. Gee. Rex! Rex!
Yeah, it's Romeo.
Geez, you sure look different than you did when we met you out there in the woods. At first, I didn't know you.
I must confess I feel differently.
Well, I'm sure glad to see you.
Well, I hope I don't appear too strange in these clothes. They're somewhat different than my accustomed attire.
You sure look good. It's sure good to see you. Gosh. Rex, come on in here.
Holy mackerel. Boy, are you a changed chicken. How'd you recognize him, Larry? He looks like a movie star.
Well, it was with a great deal of difficulty that I decided on the type of apparel in which to appear. My other clothing seemed so conservative. It did not seem apropos to attire myself in full evening dress.
Don't tell us you were contemplating full soup and fish.
Oh, no, I'm not at all hungry.
Don't let Rex get you. Soup and fish is just slang for full evening dress.
Slang?
Yeah. You know what slang is, don't you?
Now, I must confess that I do not.
You know about conjugation, don't you?
Oh, most assuredly. Is that slang?
We say sling, slang, slung. Today we sling it. Yesterday we slung it. Tomorrow we'll slang it. Slang is sort of a future language, just a few years ahead of the dictionary. It's like this. We slang out a word. That gets people to slinging it around. Finally, it gets slung into the dictionary. Sling, slang, slung. Get it?
My erudition must be deficient, for I find that I am not at all conversant with the anomalous colloquialisms with which you have imbued your vocabulary. I must concede myself to be irretrievably nestless.
Would you mind removing your tonsils and a bit of reiteration?
My tonsils were removed when I was a mere child, so I've been told.
Say, are you pulling my leg?
Of course not. I haven't touched you.
I throw in the towel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt your bath?
No, but I can see we're going to all have to get into a huddle with Noah Webster if this keeps up. We got to start speaking English around here.
I've been advised that Noah Webster has died.
He did? Okay, he died. But thank heavens Noah Webster's left his work to posterity. And I am part of Noah Webster's posterity.
This is no way to make Romeo feel at home. After your trip, you probably want to clean up a bit. Later, I'll introduce you to the rest of the McNeil
Oh,
household.
before you came in, I chanced to meet two of your brothers.
My brothers? But I haven't any brothers. Or have I?
They refer to themselves as having the name McNeil.
What did these brothers look like?
Now, I must confess, I never saw any men like them before today. Their clothing, too, was odd. I don't know what one would call it, but only one wore trousers. Well, maybe the other one wore a new type of dressing gown of which I am unfamiliar.
Did they talk like this? How do you do, Mr. Martin?
Not exactly. Although their voices were of a very light timbre, they were much more soothing than what you just assumed.
You've already met Connie and Billy. Connie and Billy, that was their name.
Is there something wrong with those men?
Well, as men, Romeo, there's something decidedly wrong.
You can thank your lucky stars you've never met men like that before.
No, they seem to fascinate me.
Yeah, you and half a dozen other guys.
Or are they something different?
Oh, very different. And you'll find that you'll be different once you come to know one of them well.
Yes, they are quite different, Romeo.
Do you mean to tell me there are two entirely different types of men in this world?
Oh, you tell him, Larry. I haven't the heart.
Well, there are men, Romeo, like you and Rex and myself.
And then there are men like Connie and Billy.
How interesting. Oh, by the way, do you have any women around here?
Huh?
Yeah, we have some women.
Just what did you ask?
I asked if you had any women. You mentioned them when we were up at the cabin.
Yeah, we have some women.
Well, may I see one?
Sure, you can see one, can't you, Larry?
Didn't your uncle tell you anything about women?
Oh, my, yes. He told me all about them.
All about them, huh? He must have been a wise old guy.
What did he tell you?
Well, he said that women were kind of dumb animals. Is there something amiss?
Did you tell Connie and Billy that?
No, I don't recall that I did.
What else did he tell you about women?
Well, he said that some men were insane enough to let him come right in the house. What is the matter?
Actually, you know nothing of women, do you?
Well, not first-hand information, of course. But Uncle Benvolio said the best possible place for them were in pens in the backyard. Of course, I've never even seen one.
That's what you think, brother.
Haven't you read about them?
Well, I presume some of the portions that my uncle edited from my reading material had to do with this morbid subject.
If your Uncle Benny deleted everything that's been written about women, he sure didn't have very much to read.
I'm afraid we have a problem child on our hands.
I dread having this poor old boy wake up.
Well, I was hoping you might be able to enlighten me on the subject. Uncle Benvolio was so reticent about women, it's made me truly curious.
Oh, don't kid yourself, Romeo. It's not your uncle's reticence that's caused all this curiosity you feel boiling within you.
Don't you remember your mother?
Uncle Benny had to tell you about her, didn't he?
No, and I've often wondered about the origin of where I came from, of what these things were that people call...
Don't wonder any longer. It's a very ticklish subject. What do I tell him, Larry?
Do you mean to tell me there's something that I don't know?
What you don't know about women is stacked up in every library, bookstore across the country.
You mean there's something about women that Uncle Benvolio did not tell me?
Well, he evidently omitted a few facts.
Well, from your remarks, I would gather that they are considered of some significance.
Well, that depends on whether you're speaking to a man or a woman.
Oh, they actually talk?
He only knew what was in store for him.
Well, then their powers of speech must somewhat resemble that of a parrot.
Now you've got something there.
And they have a rather large vocabulary.
That's putting it mildly.
Wow, interesting. Well, then they must be considered among the more intelligent form of animal life.
Larry, I wouldn't miss the next couple of hours for all the money in the world.
I have not attempted to be humorous. Why do my remarks provoke so much levity?
Oh, forget it, brother. Let's go in the other room. You can wash up and take a tranquilizer. You're going to need it, considering what you've got to go through.
I have never felt more serene in my life. My journey down here was highly entertaining.
We weren't referring to your journey down here, Romeo.
Oh, no. Nothing as easy as that. It's your proposed journey into the feminine dimension to which we refer.
Feminine dimension.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't understand.
Now I've heard and seen everything.
¿Sabes lo que la gente llegando aquí necesita cada 2 minutos? Te voy a decir, Mr. Larry, no money, no door. How are you today? I was thinking, Mr. Larry, you're here. Hi, Billy.
Hi, Gina.
Don't bother to call Larry, Lorena. I'll have a chat with Billy and Connie first.
Didn't you want me to say good coat?
Please take my coat.
Thank you.
What's new, Billy?
Plenty. Oh, boy, have I got something to tell you today.
Oh, it sounds interesting. We need something interesting in this one-horse town.
Do you remember how mysterious Rex and Larry were when they came back from their Canadian trip?
That devastated our collective feminine curiosity. Have they decided to divulge the deep, dark secret?
Hi, Gina.
Hi, Connie.
I heard your voice.
I was just about ready to tell Gina about the big news.
Yes, and you better hurry, or you'll have a nervous wreck before you.
Well, you see, Rex and Larry went out in the hinterlands of Canada and found in a cabin of all people a hermit.
Well, every self-respecting hermit lives in a cabin by himself 100 miles from nowhere.
Oh, but wait till you hear the rest of it.
Yes, just wait. They say that he's young. He has a long beard and dresses in bear skin.
Bear skin.
Bear skin.
Oh, she's just using her imagination now.
Well, suppose I am. Besides, they didn't have to describe him to us. We all know what a hermit looks like, don't we?
What's this hermit got to do with us?
They invited him here.
They have. When's he due to arrive?
Any minute now? Oh, isn't it exciting?
He's probably on his way down the river now, in a canoe.
Isn't this the most exciting news you've ever heard? And the most unusual news you've ever heard, too.
I'll admit it has the makings of an interesting experience.
Larry says he's a scientist. And maybe we'll get a scientific discovery out of him. And then we'll get the inheritance.
From a hermit? If I were Larry, I wouldn't bank on that too much.
I wonder who that awfully handsome fellow was that came to see Larry today.
Oh, probably just someone Larry picked up. He's always inviting some strange character home, or asking them to call.
That boy was no strange character. He wore a brand new tuxedo. And he sure looked awfully handsome if you ask me.
Oh, you shouldn't be interested in handsome strangers, Billy. You're going steady with Rex.
What of it? Does that mean you can revoke my hunting license?
I wonder who that pretty boy thinks he is. Why, he had the nerve to introduce himself as Romeo.
Yes, but he's handsome enough to be Romeo.
Oh, just because he's a bit good looking. You'd forgive him anything.
Well, don't tell him, of course. But I'm perfectly satisfied with Larry's good looks. Besides, looks aren't everything.
Yes, but if I had a face like Romeo's to stare at for the rest of my life, I'd never need glasses.
Well, we won't have to worry about the hermit's good looks. He won't have any.
I suppose you're right. Oh, but I hope he has something. A mysterious glimmer in his eyes.
Oh, gee. Come on, Jeannie, you can help us get lunch. Then you'll have plenty of time to spoon with Larry later.
How do you know that Larry and I have reached this spooning point?
Perhaps it's beyond spooning. After all, Larry says you're practically engaged.
Oh, he does? How nice of your big brother to tell everyone but me.
Oh, he just mentioned it, and please don't tell him I said anything.
Your big brother and I are going to have a little talk, and pronto!
All right.
I thought I heard the girls in here.
Girls?
Don't you even know what girls are?
No, should I?
No, I'm expecting too much. Suppose you make yourself comfortable. I have some things I need to discuss with Rex.
Well, don't bother about me. Please do not allow my presence to demoralize your usual agenda.
Agenda? I'm glad someone thinks I have an agenda. Now just make yourself at home and I'll be back in a jiffy.
Jiffy?
I forgot again. I should say I'll be back in a minute.
Minute. Jiffy. This is all
Larry!
strange.
Larry? I beg your pardon, Mr. Montague. I thought I heard Larry.
He is to return to commune with Rex. I told him to continue his usual agenda.
You're not a local boy, are you?
Local boy? Oh, you mean I'm not a permanent resident of your city? No, I'm not.
Well, mind my asking where you're from?
Oh, not at all. I'm from across the river in Canada.
Oh, how interesting. Well, when did you move here?
I have not moved. I merely made the journey to visit with Larry and Rex.
Well, I don't remember them mentioning you. When did you arrive?
Oh, just a few minutes before I came here. You know, this is all very exciting. I've never seen a city this size before.
Well, I suppose it is rather small after Toronto and Montreal.
I've never been to Toronto or Montreal. I'm from a very small community.
Well, then what makes this place fascinate you so much? Is it that much smaller than anywhere else you've been?
Oh, no, it's a great deal larger.
Larger?
Yes, but please don't let me interrupt your preparations for this visitor you're expecting.
Oh, Billy and Gina can take care of him. Besides, it's just some hermit Larry and Rex picked up.
Have you seen this hermit?
Oh, no, but you know how such people are. They have long beards and wear bearskin.
Bearskin?
Bearskin.
Oh, they do.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Somehow I feel there's something strangely amiss.
Oh, I thought everybody knew what a hermit looked like.
You know, I've never given it a great deal of thought.
Well, haven't you seen them in the movies?
Movies?
I mean, the motion pictures.
Motion pictures?
Maybe you refer to them as the cinema, like they do in England.
I am frightfully sorry, but I seem to be completely at a loss as to what you were talking about.
Maybe you refer to them as legitimate drama.
The dramas you are talking about, drama. Of course I have read dramas. I believe I like Shakespeare best. Although Moliere, Ibsen, his
Oh, I like
contemporaries
Shakespeare too. Although his women's parts were always so small.
Women's parts? Were women depicted in Shakespearean plays?
Well, of course. You know, Portia, Lady Macbeth, Desdemona.
Were they women?
Well, that's what the script tells us.
Come on.
What's so odd about it?
Of course, Uncle Benvolio edited everything that I read.
Your uncle, did you say?
Oh, yes, Uncle Benvolio. He reared me from a mere child.
Oh, he did he?
Well, yes, that's how it happens I have the cognomen of Shakespearean derivation. The Uncle Benvolio was named for the Shakespearean character, and was also responsible for the appellation, which is now attached to me.
Romeo Montague. Oh, I should have guessed immediately.
May I inquire as to what it is you should have guessed?
Well, you're the young man that Larry and Rex found in a cabin 100 miles from nowhere.
Now, I'm afraid you have been misinformed.
Have I?
Well, yes, the settlement of Nowhere is directly across the lake from my cabin.
Really?
My cabin is 100 miles from the trading post, not 100 miles from Nowhere.
And just where do you live?
Well, I told you, directly across the lake from Nowhere.
I should have known immediately. By the way, they say you're something of a scientist.
Well, I prefer to refer refer to myself as a student of science. My scientific achievements are still in the elementary stages.
Oh, now you're just being modest.
No, not at all. I was still serving my apprenticeship when my uncle passed away.
Oh, well, just what kind of scientific experiments did your uncle perform?
Well, his major interests lie in the area of atomic research.
Really? You mean atom bombs?
Yes, while other scientists were splitting the atom, Uncle Benvolio caused it to explode.
You're kidding!
Kidding?
I mean, joking.
Oh, no. I'm being very serious.
I can see you've lived alone so long. You're starting to imagine things.
No, it's the truth. I swear it.
I see you're not accustomed to being around women.
What?
I see. It's obvious you're not accustomed to being around women.
When have I been around women?
Oh, for heaven's sake, don't give me that line.
Line.
Do you mean to stand there and tell me that you don't know that Billy and I are women?
You and Billy are women? But women are animals.
They are they? Because who told you that?
Uncle Benvolio said that women were a kind of pet that careless men let live in the house. He thought like keeping chickens in the house. He said that women and chickens should be kept in a coop.
Well, I'm a woman and just try keeping me in a coat.
This is crazy. Women are female men?
Oh, don't be such a sap! Don't you know your mother was a woman?
Did you know my mother? She a man?
No, hardly. She was a woman!
What? She won't do.
Oh, Billy, Lorena, Gina, Rex, Larry, hurry! Oh, hurry, you baby! Oh, my God! Who's that? Be careful. No, all I did was tell him that Billy and I were women.
Well, now we know what's wrong with him.
Get a towel for him, hurry! Hurry!
Why a good-looking guy like him would want to faint? I mean, with the face and then the body. I mean,
He's the backwoods scientist, you ninny.
What? Him?
Do something.
Oh my gosh, now she's fainting.
Billy! Oh, Lorena, get a towel for her. Hurry, hurry! Oh, hurry! Please, hurry! Hurry!
Come on.
Gina! Get up from there! Oh! Rex! Larry, do something! Be calm! Everyone, be calm!
Do we have to start off where we left off yesterday? Do we, girl? Oh, no, no, are you kidding? None of this double talk. You come for the fixes and mouths and no mouths. We're gonna take them this time. No.
Mr. Bunny! They're getting you out of women! We're burning to it again! Will you so please do take yourselves to some place that is else?
won't let it get away.
Well, big, beautiful, and broke. What's your tell-all this time?
This time, I have some real news for you.
Oh, yeah? See. See what? See, Jess. I don't see anything.
Oh, see in Spanish.
Hey,
Oh, yes.
I've just been talking to Romeo, and he says that... Oh. I see that the motivated penguins are back on our couch.
Our couch? You're not a member of the family.
Well, I will be chicken if you but say the word.
Do I have to stand here and watch a bunch of lovesick puppies gargle woo? Do I?
Not at all. There's the door for you and your crew. And don't forget your coveralls.
Huh? Okay. Tell us about this scientific dealer, and better make it big enough so that it fills my ears.
Oh my gosh! Does it have to be that big?
Listen, you little sawed-off toad with legs on it. I used to be a strong woman in a circus.
Yeah? And I used to be a sprinter in college.
Oh, Frady cat, always running away from things.
Just like a woman. Because I've never found anything worth fighting for, she thinks I'm a coward.
That's right.
You two kids have the craziest way of sparking.
Oh, how do you understand we're not sparking?
That's right. I wish you'd work on a little de-icing, Billy.
Oh, well, whatever you're doing, I wish you'd forget it for now. I have some business to transact with this lady.
Now I know you're pulling my leg. No one ever called me a lady unless they wanted to borrow some money to sell me something.
You shouldn't be so suspicious.
Can you give me one good reason why I should trust you?
Well, I'm about to make a scientific discovery.
So what?
I'm about to take your furniture. Oh, no, you're not.
Can you give me one good reason why I ain't?
Well, I have a very good friend who's an extremely clever scientist.
Oh, Larry.
Oh,
Your mouthy pal here either disagrees with you or he has something in his stomach that disagrees with him.
oh, don't pay any attention to Rex. Nobody else does.
Rex, huh? I used to have a dog by that name.
Are you calling me a dog?
I sure am. What you gonna do about it?
Please, man, may I scratch it, please?
Okay, go ahead and tell me about this scientific discovery. And just because I said I was a strong woman in a circus, don't get the idea that I don't know anything about scientifics. I knew Edson well enough to call him Albert.
Yeah, Albert Edison. If you knew Thomas Alva Edison well enough to call him Albert, you must have been good pal.
Listen, I have the proof to present to your boss.
Oh, yeah?
This fellow inherited his father's genius and worked under the direct tutelage of his uncle. Both of them very well-known scientists. I can prove what I say. Well, I can.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm in a position to introduce you to him.
Devastatingly charming, handsome young backwoods Romeo the girls have been telling y'all about. There he is! Oh, no one has to tell Aunt Rachel. She knows. He has the horrible smile. Halo of naturalness. Why, one can tell at a glance he's one of
looker.
Unhand me!
Who do you think I am?
Samson and his dandelion!
I'll bet you'd be a dandelion on a date.
How quaint! Old coveralls and an old cat! Oh, I want to see her! Quaint, I believe it'd be a practical and cheap!
Sister, you just described yourself to a T.
Are you calling me cheap? Never mind him! I want to get a good look at the color of your eyes. They're black and white with purple polka dots. How does that strike you, sister?
Tell your boss that I have proof of my contentions.
I don't care about your contentions. All I want to know is, can you prove what you say?
Certainly.
Larry, I think you're really sticking your neck out on this one.
I believe that is all.
Oh, yeah? When are you going to tell the boss?
The first thing in the morning.
Well, I don't know.
You can trust my word.
That's what you think.
You know you can.
That's what you hope.
Yo no puedo creer que como un cuarto lleno de gente como que no haya nadie que pueda abrir esa puerta.
Oh, Queenie, go attend your work off. Get the door.
My word! You have some other company after the rest of your compliances?
No, it's probably just some friends.
Now I have to see Rex Simon's cousin. Well, I'm not sure he's here. Can't you tell me the nature of your business? Well, all I can tell you is I'm a representative of the Skin and Insurance Company.
Ouchie, wow, the Skin and Insurance Company. I hope you folks will pardon me while I find a place to hide.
Rex, where are you going?
What are you hiding from? You would ask me that.
There you go, running
She's
again.
gonna run her face a suit.
Well-
What kind of a suit? Oh, don't ask so many blaming questions, Larry.
No, I can't state my business to anyone but Rex Simons in person.
I knew it. Rex Simons is little me, affectionately yours. Goodbye.
Well, if you must, come in. But I'm sure Mr. Simons left a few moments ago.
Why, yes. As of this minute, he hied himself with amazing rapidity through yon corridor.
Yes, he left all of a minute ago. I'm sure he's, he'll be sorry he missed you.
Oh, but he'll be plenty sorry if I don't find him. Well, can't you tell us what business you wish to discuss?
This can wait.
We might be willing to tell. We might be able to locate him if it's urgent.
My business is urgent,
Does
but
anyone
I
know when he'll be back?
Oh, yes, he'll be back just about the time.
Yes, no. You see, we can't say exactly when he'll come back. You see, Rex sort of comes and goes.
particularly goes.
And then he comes back again. But one can't say for sure just when he might come back or when he might go.
That's right. He sort of mixes them up a bit.
See? Well, I suppose I could give you a hint as to the nature of the business. Of course we'll keep it confidential.
Of course.
Well, he was involved in a traffic accident night before last.
Traffic accident?
Yes.
Did you say night before last?
Yes, I did.
Was he in a car?
Of course.
Was the car he was driving badly damaged?
Yes. It was totaled. You see.
Yes, I see a lot that I haven't seen before.
Larry, you don't mean it was your car.
That's exactly what I do mean. So, my car developed an ailment. Did it, Rexy boy?
Larry, don't do anything until you get the details from Rex.
That's probably all I'll get from Rex and a few details of my car that are left.
Do you want to serve a summons on Mr. Simon?
I hope.
Well, there is to be a court hearing.
He'll be there. Of course, he may not be seeing anything, but he'll be there.
But I have to see him in person first.
If I see him first, there won't be any person.
What? Are you sure that he isn't around?
Well, no, he isn't. But we'll be sure and tell him that you were here.
Just having these pompous penguins trying to hook the furniture isn't enough. Old Rexy has to go out and rent my car!
Well, we've had our free show for the day. Come on, Gerald, let's take the furniture, pick your seats up and walk.
Wait! You can't take that furniture.
And just why can't I?
You don't own it. It's ours.
That's what you think.
Why do you have to be so stubborn? My brother told you about this scientist who can perform miracles.
Look at what happens when I start getting soft. It wants to get it from an insurance company.
It's part of the name of our company.
Yeah, and I'm too much of a lady to repeat the rest.
Oh, I never
I give you my word of honor.
Honor? You could stand there and talk about honor. You who let your mouthy pal run out on this woman when all she wanted to do was sue her for an accident. Honor my foot. Be reasonable.
I know you don't look it. But you always have to be the way you look.
Come on, girls! Take it out of here right now. Let's go.
Wait a minute. This isn't getting us anywhere. Everybody, just a minute. Maybe I'll come up with something.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, Mr. Rex, you know they want to take our muebles.
Ay, eu não me importo com os muebles e seus problemas.
Oh, quit talking like that. She means they want to take our furniture, you sap.
Don't you call Rex Simons a sack?
Oh, you Rex Simon!
Oh, skin him!
I thought you'd go. Listen, nerd, I want to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk to you, not while you're in this mood.
You just done that hurts you!
Like fun you're taking it.
Oh, well, now, they can't take your furniture. Not when you just got your backwoods scientist.
Oh, you can't. No, we're not now.
We're taking it! All learn you people. This contract for household appliances means just what it says.
Cease this ridiculous display of animalistic emotionalism.
Romeo, they're trying to take the furniture.
Indeed. Who is the leader of this band of renegades?
Please go
infantile display. You are reminiscent of a juvenile delinquent.
Are you trying to make a monkey out of me?
Oh, that would be about as easy as making a whistle out of a pig's tail.
Are you calling me a whistle? No!
I ain't calling you a whistle. Get it!
My boss said, get them compliances. And if you get interference, call the cops. That's what our boss said, and that's what we're gonna do.
Hey, Larry, I just had to come back here and tell you.
Oh, it's you!
Listen, pal, I'm risking my neck to come back here and tell you you're nuts to put all your faith in that goofy Romeo Montague. That guy's no more of a scientist than I am.
Are you by chance referring to me, Mr. Simons?
Oh, and a couple of Dodges.
You're Rex Simons, aren't you?
Yeah, and your old skin of right-hand female, yes, man, aren't you?
You don't. Unfortunately, I have a message to deliver you in person.
The summons for Simons.
Never mind these chattery magpie girls. Get the furniture out of here right now.
What do you think you have there?
An ABCD bomb.
Sure, we see the bomb. What about it?
This implement of destruction, which you perceive balanced so precariously upon my upturned digits, reduces all known destructive devices to bits of straw tossed upon the angrily foaming crests of a hurricane-lashed surf.
We'll take your word for it.
Is it really a bomb?
Of course. You are not conversant with the theories and practices of nuclear physics. However, if I was to take
You don't need to know anything about physics to know that bombs explode.
Oh, pipe down, dunce!
common laymen like yourselves are not conversant with cosmic rays, deuterons, neutrons, electrons, protons, positrons, ionization, radioactivity, transmutation, plutonium, or uranium.
Great jumping ginger! Is that your scientist friend?
Oh, it can't be a real bomb.
Oh, would you like a demonstration?
Don't throw that thing.
Oh, you great big strong He-Man.
If a regular atomic bomb blew Hiroshima and Nagasaki clear off the map, what do you think that a superannuated physic like he's got could do to little old home sweet home?
Romeo, these girl furniture movers don't believe that you're a real scientist. How can we prove that you are?
To prove my status in the field of atomic research, I would merely have to hurl this.
She's right. That thing can blow us to kingdom come.
I thought you branded him as a fake.
How are we supposed to know that thing you got there in your flipper really does what you says it does?
Would you like the cat?
No.
Then you believe he is a real scientist?
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Then you'll allow the furniture to stay here until I can speak with your boss in the morning?
I suppose so.
By those monosyllabic utterances, am I to infer that it is your intention to imply your willingness to discontinue pestering Mr. McNeil this evening?
I don't know what you just said there, mister, but it sure okie joke, you were first.
And I'll bid you all good day.
Go on.
And tell your boss that I'll be in to speak with him the first thing in the morning.
Yeah, sure, I'll tell my boss. Only my boss saying to him, it's a hurry.
Well, then thank her for all the trouble you caused me.
Mr. Simons, I have to.
I know. You have to be going, and I, for one, am doing nothing to stop you.
That's not what I started to say. You knew it. I have to do the papers, get the legal
I would have
papers.
never guessed if you not told me.
Listen, I haven't got any legal papers for you, but I got a legal punch for wrecking my car.
Listen, Larry, I can explain everything. It wasn't my fault.
Larry, give Rex the chance to state his case.
Oh, well, now, I'm sure that Rex didn't intend to wreck your car, Larry.
I didn't wreck his car.
The moron doesn't intend to look like a fool, but he usually does.
I didn't wreck your car.
You didn't wreck my car?
No.
You were sitting behind the wheel when the accident occurred, weren't you?
Yeah?
So you were driving my car when the accident occurred, weren't you? So you wrecked my car! Yeah! I mean, no, I
This
didn't.
silly arguing gets us no place and fast.
That's right. And if Larry keeps beating the few whips out of the pretty cat that he's got, he just might have a nervous breakdown.
Listen here, my fine, feathered, frilly, frothy, fighting female.
That's not children.
What an evening. Gina, let's go out and get a little snack.
After this, I could use one.
Listen, Gina, I want to talk to you before you go.
Well, you better hurry up, Larry, darling, or you'll be too late.
Late! We'll see about that.
Where do you get on?
Forcing your attentions. And in front of my Backwoods Romeo.
Is that right?
Well, if you have the brains to concoct a bomb and then hold a whole crowd at bay with it, well, then I just might consent to, accept a date with you, Mr. Simons.
Yeah? What he did didn't take any nerve.
Perhaps. But I noticed that you had the chance to prove that you had the nerve. But I noticed you never even bothered to take it away from him.
She sure has her nerve to tell me I didn't have enough nerve to take that thing away from him. She sure has her nerve to tell me that I don't have any nerve.
Yeah.
Suppose we get to the bottom of this car wreck.
Listen, Larry, I can explain everything. I'm as innocent as a baby lamb.
Yeah, a black one.
Mr. McNeil, perhaps I can throw a little light.
Good! Then I'll be able to see the pieces better when I tear this little run apart, bit by bit.
But honestly, Larry, I didn't do anything. I can explain everything.
I'm listening.
You have to listen so loud.
You smashed my car.
But Larry, honestly, I didn't.
I know you didn't wreck it honestly. I just want to know how you did do it.
Mr. Simons, I have good news for you.
Yeah? And what would be your idea of bad news?
This has gone far enough. Your car is wrecked, Larry, and you're just going to have to take it and like it.
That's right.
Oh, no, I won't like it. And as for you, my fine feathered little fowl, I'm about to beat the stuffing out of you. And you're going to take it and like it.
But Larry, you can't do that.
I hope you'll excuse my intrusion into your conversation. I realize that it is an unpardonable breach of etiquette, but it pains me deeply to see friends at enmity towards one another.
He's right.
I realize it would be unseemly to encroach upon your hospitality to the point that I was to have to threaten you with this bomb. But should this altercation proceed,
Tossing that thing around like a little ball.
it's perfectly safe if I do not make a miscalculation.
Miscalculation. The guy's nuts.
I presume you are indulging in some more of that odious jargon you call slang.
Get out of here.
Oh, wait! Mr. Simons, don't run away! I told you I have good news for you.
Yeah? Just because my last name is Simons, don't get the idea that my first name is Simple.
Either I'm going to get to the bottom of this car wreck, or I'm going to decrease the number of his limbs by tying a few of them together.
Well,
become aware that you are one of those women, conversation seems difficult indeed.
Oh, don't you like women?
Well, frankly, I don't know. You and your fellow women have given me no cause to dislike you. You know, I'm in a mental quagmire, so to speak.
Well, are we so different from men?
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, you speak with a surprising amount of intelligence.
Do you always carry that bomb around in your pocket?
Well, sure. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, if a girl was to go out on a date with you. Oh, but you don't make dates, do you?
Yes, Gates. I thought they grew on palm trees.
Palm trees and family trees.
Well, this is all so strange. I mean, the way you utilize words. You speak fluent English, and yet somehow you seem to convey the idea you're speaking an entirely different language.
Oh, well, didn't the boys explain slang to you?
Well, as a matter of fact, they did. But I must confess that this jargon you call slang still eludes me.
I see. You don't know very much about women, do you?
Well, very little. Uncle Benvolio was most cryptic about them. Well, before I came here, I thought women were pests.
You're not alone in that thought.
But Uncle Benvolio must have known.
Yeah, he probably knew too much. You do know what marriage is, don't you?
Marriage? Well, Uncle Benny said it was a type of merger, but I'm certain you folks have an entirely different meaning for it. I'm beginning to lose faith in Uncle's accuracy.
Do you know that men and women sometimes fall in love with one another?
Don't be foolish. How can a man fall in love with a woman?
Don't ask me, but lots of them do.
Well, most amazing.
Unthinkable. And another thing, women even fall in love with men.
Well, that's more easily understood.
I wonder if you're as innocent as you have me believe.
So men and women fall in love, huh? What do they do after they fall in love?
Oh, sometimes they kiss each other.
Kiss?
You mean to tell me you don't know what a kiss is?
Most assuredly, I do not. Do you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, well, will you show me how it's done?
Well, haven't you ever heard of modesty in women?
Well, no. Do they have any?
This is what I call a very unique situation.
Well, then you'll be so kind as to show me the art of kissing.
Who told you that kissing was an art?
Well, I don't recall that anyone referred to it as actually an art, but I assume from your recent reference to the action that it requires a given technique. You have kissed, of course.
Well, it isn't something that's done every day. It isn't done in public places.
Well, only the two of us are present.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, there are more than two needed for a kiss. I mean, we need help.
That depends entirely on you.
Well, then two of us can do it.
It has been done before.
Excellent! I'm ready to be shown.
You're trying to pull a fast one on me.
Fast one?
Yes, dearie, because I'll bite your nose off.
No!
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. First, you put your arms around my shoulders.
Is this the position you aspire?
It's a start.
You call this a kiss?
No, this is just the beginning. Just the beginning.
Okay, well then what must I do next? Or is it your turn?
You really are dumb, aren't you? Oh, all right. Then, pull me close to you.
This is a strange proceeding. You mean thus?
Let's say this. This is a little too hard. Okay, all right. There. Now.
What's the point to it?
Nothing, if you don't automatically get it. Now you know.
I feel we should continue and see if I understand.
Well, if you must.
Merely touch the lips.
Pardon me, folks, but a crazy woman chased me clear around the block. I'm gonna lose my hide. When I came in, what's going on?
Connie was just telling me about the kiss and was kind enough to show me how it's done.
She kissed you.
Oh, yes. Oh, Uncle Benny often described the state of intoxication. This is the first time I've experienced it.
You think kissing Connie make you drunk?
Oh, that must be my ailment. I have all the rudimentary symptoms of inebriation. I am not ill, and I feel possessed. I have such a giddy feeling permeating my entire being.
And you don't know why kissing Connie made you feel this way?
Oh, I can think of no earthly reason for it.
That, my friend, is because kissing is out of this world.
Oh, I see. I hope you'll excuse me. I suddenly have a strong desire to cogitate.
Go to it, chum. I know just how you feel.
Oh, you'll feel thus after a kiss.
I felt thusly and solely. I've had cogitation, coagulation, and condemnation.
Then there's nothing organically wrong with me.
Oh, no. If you didn't feel this way, then I'd say there was.
Oh, I see. You wouldn't happen to have a book of slang about you, would you?
Of course not. Now, what do you want with such a thing?
I'm sorry that you don't. I'm finding this slang so hard to fathom.
You don't know it yet, brother, but I think you're in love, and that is hard to fathom. The language of slang? You should study the language of love.
And what do you know about the language of love, pinhead?
Oh, come on, Billy. Won't you defrost a bit?
Oh, come on, Betsy. Won't you start your courage a little bit?
Well, what do you expect of a guy in my jam?
Of a real guy, I'd expect a little courage.
Listen, woman, I won't stand here and have you put down my courage.
You're what?
I'd take you over my knee and give you a good spanking.
Oh, that would be just about your speed. Beating up on a girl. Honestly. Look, Rex. I like your type. I mean, the way you look and everything. But you're such a wimp.
I'll have you know, Billy, I'm really not afraid.
Sometimes I just wish you weren't the way you are.
Oh, heck, it's not your fault, but how can I change being the way I am? I guess my mama must have dropped me on my head when I was a little boy.
And scared you for life. You should be ashamed of yourself. It just takes willpower. Why can't you be a man, Rex? I like you a lot better than Romeo, for instance. He's a man. So I'll just have to marry him.
You mean you'd marry me if I had a little courage?
I like you a lot. But it's no use. You just can't seem to pump up enough courage.
Yeah. With you feeling that way about me, there isn't anything in the world that will scare me.
You mean you'll be brave?
From now on, baby, I'll put centipedes on my cereal instead of sugar. And when I need a fur coat, I'll go out in the woods and I'll kill a bear with my bare hands and wear bear skin.
Bear skin.
Bear skin.
Oh,
another summons for serious. I got to get here.
Mr. Simon, I've been trying to tell you! Mr. Simon! Mr. Simon!
Said he'd wear a beard. He wouldn't even dare wear a tan.
How's that for giving old Skinner the slip?
Be careful you don't stub your toe on that courage you just dropped there, buddy. Oh. I thought I heard Rex in here.
He probably ran when he heard our footsteps.
She seems a bit upset.
So will Rex be upset if he doesn't pull a good explanation out of his hat for wrecking my car. But let's not talk about them, Gina. I want to talk to you about us.
Oh. What about us?
Well, I don't like the way you've been playing up to that Romeo Montague.
Oh, does it show?
It certainly does.
I'm glad. I was afraid it wouldn't.
But I thought you and I were as good as engaged.
Did you ever propose to me?
Well, no.
Did I ever propose to you?
Of course not.
Did we ever talk about marriage?
No, but...
Then we're not as good as engaged. Perhaps good, but definitely not engaged.
But we're going to be married.
Oh, who told you?
Well, I've always taken it for granted
You
that we
should
were
learn,
going to
Larry,
be
not to
married.
take anything for granted, especially a woman.
Are you saying that you won't marry me?
No girl likes a man to take for granted she's going to marry him without even the trouble of asking.
I'm asking you now.
I'm afraid you're a little late.
Late? What do you mean?
I'll bet Romeo wouldn't take a girl for granted.
Romeo? Do you mean to stand there and tell me that you're in love with that backwoods boob?
My backwoods Romeo. Doesn't that sound romantic, Larry?
Romantic? Oh, he wouldn't even know the first thing about romance. Why, he wouldn't even know how to kiss you.
That's what you think.
Oh, yeah? And just when did he learn how to kiss?
Oh, this evening.
And who, may I ask, was his teacher?
Well, we girls were together, and he offered the job to one of us.
You mean...
Well, I simply couldn't resist his childlike technique.
Technique! Oh! That boob hasn't got any technique. In order to have technique, one must have experience. And he certainly wasn't experienced when he came here.
He is now.
I don't believe you. It's a lie.
Well, why don't you ask him?
Oh, my goodness! Why, I thought you had a lion cage up in here. I heard all that roaring.
What's the matter this time, Larry?
Well, if you're looking for Rex, just wave a piece of cheese for the old mouse. Connie, I was just telling Larry that Romeo was given a lesson tonight in kissing.
I don't believe it.
Well, Larry, it's true.
What?
Hey, the guy's nuts.
What scared you this time? A cricket?
It's the guy Romeo. You know that dress mannequin you have out in the hall, the dummy?
Of course, but what about it?
I just caught the guy kissing it. Yeah.
Is what he says true?
Yes. It's rather odd, you know. I found that kissing an inanimate object isn't at all like kissing a real woman.
So, you did kiss a real woman, did you? Well, I thought you were just some simple backwoods bumpkin. I ought to rid through this.
Oh, careful, Larry. He might kiss you.
Yeah? Oh. Well, I'll show him.
Wait a minute! Larry!
What was it you wanted to tell me?
Just sneak in and get into Okay, you guys, I want you to get that black couch and get it out to the truck as soon as possible. Okay. Okay, let's go. Come on, quiet! Quiet! Cut that out. We don't let that happen. Okay, girls, here, I'll just help you out. The couch is a little bit heavy. Okay, go ahead. Come on. Take it out! You think our furniture again? Look. So, it couldn't be anyone else, eh? It had to be you.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found somebody who.
Shut up! Take your boot out of. Way to go, you! Go away! I know, look! Go away! Listen, you. Your boss told my boss that he would pay my boss. But your boss has not paid my boss. So my boss told me to come here and move this furniture out with a capital move. See, move back, photo cow.
I got a sneaking suspicion I've got no business walking into this mess.
Oh, no, you don't. You've been promising me for quite a while that you'd do something big, brave, and courageous, and now it's your chance.
Why do things always seem so much easier when they happen then than when they happen now?
Well?
Yes, I'm well, thank you. And how are you?
I don't give two hoots how you are.
Uh-oh, we've seen the show from here on, Annie. Come on, let's go.
There you are.
And there you are. What about it?
You have not come up with an inventor that can invent nothing.
Well, nothing is a very hard thing to invent.
You stay out of this. I hope you'll forgive me for bossing without me. Did you be well on a success? Oh, no, you go to sign.
Traitorous.
You stay right where you are.
Here's where they throw the book at me.
I've been trying to tell you for 2 whole days that I have good news for you.
Yeah? Isn't this hard enough for me? Why do you have to keep building me up for a fall?
Perhaps this will explain everything.
I can't read. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, we'll all agree to that.
I'm innocent, I tell you.
I advise you read this paper, Mr. Simon.
You read it. I haven't the heart.
You big baby, would you give me that thing?
If they hang me for this, well, a fellow can't keep for being hanged, but I'll be hanged if I'll go to jail for this. I didn't do any wrong.
Read this paper, darling. It explains everything.
Darling. It's a little late to start calling me darling. We can never be married if I'm in jail anyway.
Would you just please read?
Oh, girls, enough of this goose gosh. Get this stuff out of here.
Hey, never mind the accident. If this keeps up, we'll lose the furniture.
You have already lost it, brother. This time we gotta take your furniture or we lose our jobs.
Wait! I talked to your boss about a scientist.
My boss don't believe that guy's a scientist. He thinks he's an impossible.
Romeo Montague is not an imposter. He's a real scientist.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, your boss doesn't understand.
Well, I sure would hate to go against my own buttered bread. And we
won't.
Shut up.
Oh, look, you've seen Romeo and your boss hasn't. Can't you judge a man by his looks?
He sure is a good looker. He sure.
Wilson.
Shut up!
Coming right down to brass tacks, you believe a man that looks like him with a face like that could be a crook?
You sure got a handsome and honest mug. Sure would be hard to believe a guy like that could be living a lie.
Would you believe him if he told you you were a scientist?
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind having another look at him. Why don't you bring him on in?
Romeo, come on in.
Hey,
Romeo, come on in. I want you to tell this lady something.
Well, Larry, that's why we came. Romeo has something to tell everyone.
All right, great, Romeo, shoot the works.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, he means for you to go ahead and tell them.
Oh, I hardly know how to begin. It is my humble obligation to inform all of you that I have misled you. My bomb is a failure.
What? A failure?
I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen to my words of wisdom.
After you wrecked my car, I wouldn't listen to anything that you have to say. As a matter of fact, as of this minute, I am disowning you.
Larry, the Rex didn't do anything. Teddy wants Yes, please do. Romeo hasn't finished with his statement yet.
All right, Romeo, go ahead.
I simply made the statement that my bomb was a failure.
And that's enough. Come on, girls. Take the couch out to the truck. Let's go.
Larry, make them wait a minute.
I've waited too long already. They might as well go ahead and take it.
But Romeo hasn't finished yet.
You're right. He hasn't. Not until he helps these vultures take our furniture. Well, come on, Don Juan, Shakespeare-o, shake a leg.
The action you wish me to perform?
No, I want you to raise both of them and shake them in unison.
It can't be done.
Larry, you are being very unreasonable.
All right, we'll call Don Juan here a guest. As for you, you don't come into that category. Now get a move on!
Oh, well, that's what I call service, girls. Come on, let's go.
Well, you too, Billy.
Larry, no! You don't have to do this. Would you please just read it?
I'll take it. Don't argue with me.
Listen,
Get that thing out.
It's going whether you need furniture or me.
Oh, yeah,
This is
I
the most ridiculous thing I've ever.
Hey, your man's leaving. Well, grab some furniture.
Oh, let me have it. Let me have it.
Oh, come on, Lorena. We may as well get in this swim. Grab a chair.
Connie? Or should I refer to you as Miss McNeil?
Well, Connie's all right with me. What I want to know, Romeo, is why didn't you tell Larry everything?
You'll forgive me for speaking with utter frankness.
Well, certainly.
During great amounts of our conversation together, I find myself utterly bewildered by your colloquialisms, mannerisms, and general diction. You seem to have a different meaning for every word I ever learned.
Oh, perhaps you're right.
Can we talk about you and me?
Now,
Yes.
you and me?
I would like to analyze the difference between us.
Oh, what difference?
Well, you see, I never knew women had any reason at all.
Really?
Uncle Benvolio described women as being ugly, nonsensical, rather necessary but evil nonentities. On many occasions, he would snort with disgust and say, "Women are dumb." At the time, I misinterpreted his meaning and took it for granted that women were a species of dumb animal.
Indeed.
Since coming here, I realized what Uncle was referring by his use of the term dumb.
You have.
I thought he was referring to their inability to speak, when actually, since coming here, I realized he was employing a slang term.
What have you decided about women?
I think they're wonderful.
All of them?
Well, I've only met those associated with this household, but you must believe me when I say they are above.
Above? Oh, you mean tops?
I've always found foreign languages difficult.
Well, now that you've met several women, do you see any difference between them? I mean, do they all appear alike to you?
Oh, no. Well, I can readily distinguish you from all the others.
I mean, do you like one woman more than you do the others?
You know, you brought up a very interesting matter. It's extremely odd, but I think I do. I was beginning to wonder if I was normal. Oh, somehow I feel awfully odd.
Oh, in what way?
Oh, I don't know how to explain the sensations I feel. For instance, I don't feel the same towards men as I do towards women.
Really?
When I meet men, I seem to feel the same toward each one of them.
And how do you feel when you meet women?
Well, I have an entirely different sensation for each woman I meet.
My, that is odd.
Well, take you, for instance. I don't feel the same towards you as I do towards any of the others I've met.
Why don't you feel the same?
Well, Larry and Rex have intimated to me that it is apropos for a man and woman to fall in love. Why, you said the same thing yourself.
Oh, well, there have been such cases on record.
Oh, I certainly feel differently towards you.
Oh, is it serious?
Oh, no, quite the contrary, I assure you. I feel giddy.
Giddy?
Oh, there it goes again. Oh, that giddy feeling. I feel. Oh, irresponsible. How do you feel?
Giddy.
Oh, my hands feel as if they contacted electric shock. Oh, is it contagious?
Is what contagious?
Well, this emotion called love. Oh, I feel like I've caught it. And if it's contagious, I'm afraid you may contract it.
Oh, would that be such a tragedy?
Oh, I feel positively contaminated with the bacteria of love. I'm having such a terrific struggle. Oh, within myself. To keep from reenacting our kissing demonstration.
Oh. Would you like to reenact that scene?
What was it you said? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Gosh, guys, the act seems to be fading out every time I come in.
We are reenacting a scene.
Yeah, I know. I caught that scene in the last act. Listen, lover boy, our pal Larry, he's still burned up with you.
What does he mean?
Oh, that's right. You need a translator. You're behind the 8-ball.
Behind the 8-ball?
You know, he's in a stew. He's boiling.
Oh, you mean he fell in a stew pot? Oh, it must have been a big one.
Why'd you have to come down here with that big story about being a scientist?
I beg your pardon. I never made any statements about my being a scientist. My scientific achievements were based solely upon my uncle's successes.
That was sure some bluff, all that stuff about that ABCD bomb.
Well, that's just the point, Rex. He wasn't bluffing.
What? You mean that thing's as real as he says it is?
It isn't that kind of a bomb.
I must admit, I am bitterly disappointed in it because, well, I thought it was my uncle's ABCD bomb, but actually it was his virus exterminator.
When it's discharged, it instantly purifies the air for yards and yards around. Why, it will cure any disease that's caused by a virus. It will even cure the common cold, just like that. You let me smell some of the gas? And a cured cold I had instantly.
You mean you've tested it, Connie?
I certainly have.
You must believe me when I say it is exceedingly efficacious.
Do you know what this means? Where are those furniture movers? millionaires. We're billionaires. We're trillionaires. We might even make $1 million on this. I've never told anybody, but I've always wanted to be filthy rich and have lots of money.
What is the matter with you?
We're going to be rich. Rich. Filthy rich.
Well, it's about time you figured that out. I've been trying to tell you all along, but you just wouldn't listen to me.
You mean everybody knows about this but me?
Well, of course not, darling. You and I know about this unless you told Connie and Romeo.
Yeah, how could I tell them? They told me.
How could they tell you when I'm the only one that's seen the paper?
What paper?
The accident!
Oh, the accident. I forgot about the accident. I better get out of here before old Skinham comes back with another summons for
You don't get $20,000!
Where am I going to get $20,000?
From the accident, you dumbhead!
You mean I get $20,000?
Yes! And me!
How come?
Because saving that rich man from the accident was the most heroic thing I've ever heard or seen, or you would pick a rich man to save, wouldn't you?
Rex,
Oh, no, it's the
I'm sorry for the way I yelled at you, brother. We were just talking to that girl from the insurance company, and she told us about you saving that man from that burning car. That surely was a brave thing. By the way, you having all that money can save the furniture. Shall we bring it back in?
Of course.
Brother. Come on, Romeo, you can help carry it in. Come on, help carry in the furniture. She'll be here when you get back.
I don't suppose you girls would believe me if I told you that the night I got in the accident, when I hit the other car, my top was down and his window was open. And I went flying right through his window and lit on his lap.
That is really silly, Jeff. Another one. Honestly.
And then when I realized that the car was on fire, I had to get out of there. And that's when he grabbed onto my leg. I tried to shake him, but he just held on. Would you believe me if I told you that that's how I saved you?
You are so
That is really funny, Rex. Oh, poor boy.
Well, at least my conscience is clear. And I can really use that 20 grand.
Oh, he's a jolly fellow, oh, he's a jolly fellow, oh, he's a jolly fellow, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Larry, wait till you hear what Romeo has.
I don't think I want to hear that. I think I've heard it already.
No, Larry, I'm talking about a bomb. When it explodes, it cures the common cold within so many yards. What?
It's true, Larry. I tried it, and it really does work.
That's it, Larry! Who's ever going to find this out?
Well, come on, Romeo. Give her a twirl.
Come on.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, Romeo, let me show you something else not to be afraid of. You take her around the waist like this.
What do you call that?
That, my Backwoods Romeo, is a kiss.
Evidently, you were in error.
Then it was Connie you were kissing, and not my Gina.
Romy, show us what she told you a kiss was.
Yeah.
Rather not. But if a mistake has been made, it must be rectified.
Oh.
Well, Rex, do you like your way or our way?
Have either of you tried our way? Let's get to it.